Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve question number 12. The chapter which we are related with is cash book and bank reconciliation statement. Requirement of this question is to prepare a BRS bank reconciliation statement. 5 inputs are given to us. So let's start. But before starting this question, may I request you to all please follow through the rules. If you haven't well in your rules, please watch previous videos related to rules. But by the way, I have written those important rules over here. Please note it down. These are just few lines. If you will have these few lines in your mind, it would be so easy for you to solve the questions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just 10 lines and that's all. Complete chapter you would be able to solve with the help of these rules. So now let's start our question. First entry. But before that, look at this. Balance as per cash book, Aslam Traders 38,740. So as usual, we will complete our headings first, where first line is fixed for bank reconciliation statement. Second line is for date 31 January. So let's change this date because it was for previous question and we are going to write 31st January. And next thing is name is given Aslam Traders. So let's change name as well. Measures Aslam Traders. Alright guys, our headings completed. And now balance as per cash book 38,740. Balance as per cash book is simple. That should be written on debit side. Just write down debit and let's write the narration. Balance as per cash book. Now, if you will follow rules, look at this. Balance as per cash book debit. Let's see how much amount is 38740. Let's write down 38740. In this way, our first entry is completed. Next, checks amounting to rupees issued. Please underline this word issued. Under issue, we usually look for unpresented checks and it has been written not presented. Unpresented, not presented, one of the same thing. It should be written on debit side. So we will follow debit. Now let's see how much amount is unpresented checks. 5640, 5640, and here narration not presented. And look at here, issued but unpresented. Unpresented or not presented debit, and we have written on debit side. I'm showing you that every question does have to follow these principles or these rules. Next, a check of rupees 3,500 received and paid into the bank. That means deposited. Amount or check has been deposited into the bank. So what we are concerned, whether they are cashed or not cashed, look at here, it has been written dishonored. So deposited but dishonored. It should be written on credit side. So here credit and we will write dishonored checks. And the next thing is to see the amount dishonored 3,500. So we will write 3,500 over here. Since it is credit, so as usual, we will write this entry with little difference. Now dishonored checks or uncredited checks. Look at here, deposited but uncredited. Deposited but uncashed. Deposited but returned. Deposited but dishonored. One of the same thing. That means you have deposited check into the bank. It was meant to be increased. It was meant to be written on debit side because we have deposited checks, but since bank has dishonored this check, so check has been returned. So we'll have to do it credit. But the rule is very simple. When checks are deposited but uncashed, it should be credit. And look at here, check was initially deposited, paid into the bank, but uncashed, dishonored, one of the same thing, credit. Now the next thing is an outstation check 115 entered in cash book, paid into the bank. Look at this. Paid into the bank in previous entry, paid it into the bank new entry. So we are looking for uncredited checks. And look at this. Has not collected, not collected, not credited, not cash, same, dishonored, same. So it is just similar to previous entry. Checks were deposited but uncashed. Credit. Alright, so we will be doing same, and here uncollected checks credit, and how much was the amount? 1150. Put it over here. In this way, 4 entries are completed. Now bank charges, as you know, charges are expenses in which bank would be credited because there would be a decrease in bank credit 50, and these were bank charges. And look at over here, expenses or charges, bank would be credit, and we have written on credit side. Interest on government securities collected. Collections mean it is your income. In all incomes and collection we will do debit, and here we will write the amount on debit side 600. Just put it down 600, and here just collection is enough to be written in detail. Let's align them properly, and in this way, with no time, our question has been completed. As usual, we will take sum of all amounts on debit side. Here we have 3 amounts, and next is to see sum of all amounts on credit side. So guys, in this way both sums have been calculated, and finally we will take the difference of debit and credit sums. Sum of debit side 44 minus sum of credit side 47. So in this way our sum has been calculated 40280. Look at this, 40280, and our sum difference is 40280. Now let's mark the sign. Larger amount sign would be taken. Here we have double 4 debit sum and single 4 is for credit sum. So larger sum is double 4 debit. So sign of larger amount would be posted. The next thing is to write the answer. Here you have started your question with cash book. Write down passbook. Final answer sign was debit. You will write credit. And next thing, same answer you will be posting over here. In this way our question has been completed as usual. First line would be left blank, after which you will write less, and the next part here we will write add, and the next part we will be writing less. Alright guys, in this way our question has been completed, and you can see that with the help of these rules it would be very easy for us to understand the question, and I am requesting you to please note down these rules. With the help of these rules, all questions present in this book would be very easy. Although solution of question number 12, was it 12? Yes, question number 12 is in front of you. Answer is matched, and we have mentioned our answer as well, but still I am requesting you, if you are feeling anything difficult, you are very open to ask your queries, questions through messages, text or comments. or you can directly meet to share your question. I will be 100% available to answer your queries. Thank you very much for your time. It's time to say goodbye. It's a general request. Please repeat this question for 2 to 3 times. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.